Morning. It's Friday, May 13th. That's right, Friday the 13th. And every day when I go searching for a topic to rant about, I find out that I don't know as much as I thought I knew. So today I'm going to talk about something that's called the Crisis Pregnancy Center. That's a mouthful, so most people just refer to them as the CPC. Now in recent times, the CPCs have flourished. And today in the United States there are more than 2,600 of these centers. That's 3 times as many as abortion clinics. And the purpose of the CPC is to talk people out of having an abortion. They supposedly give care to those people who want an abortion, but they are desperately trying to prevent the abortions. And if Roe versus Wade disappears and abortion clinics disappear, then the CPCs will have even a more important role in places where people can't get abortions. Now, most of these CPCs are funded by taxpayer money, and they are located strategically closer to most people than an abortion clinic. And that's deliberate. That is a very deliberate thing on the part of states that do not want to provide abortion services. So almost 1/4 of the people who are of reproductive age currently live closer to a CPC than an abortion facility. And that's a big deal when you consider that most of the people searching for abortions, or a larger percentage, are people of the poor segment of our society. So that's blacks, Latinos, other minority groups. And when you consider that the CPC centers, the primary aim is to deter and delay women from getting an abortion, then it's kind of unfair to have them being supported by our taxpayer. And if you run the numbers again and you look at the stats, you'll find out that an additional 18 million women live closer to a CPC than to an abortion clinic. And imagine when those clinics disappear, what the averages will be. It will be monumental. And if you recognize the fact that these CPCs are intent upon preventing abortions, it's unfair to the people that show up there who are seeking legitimate reproductive health care and not going to get it. That is totally unfair. It should be stated, clearly stated, that these clinics, these CPCs, are not there to help you get an abortion. They are not there necessarily to make you healthier. They are there to prevent abortions. And since a large percentage of the people who end up there, who have no choice because they probably can't afford to get out of state or whatever, and are probably less educated than many in our society, these clinics are a menace. They are a menace to our population. Yet, we have 2,600 of them in the country being supported by taxpayer money. We have 70% of the population in the United States favors Roe versus Wade. They are in favor of women's choice. And I'm willing to bet you that of those 70% of people who are in choice, in favor of choice, many of them have never heard of a CPC, just as I had never heard of a CPC. So here we have an entire business and empire that is running underground, so to speak, because it's not well known that these clinics exist, that these places to prevent abortion are out there with huge signs on the front of the building saying, Crisis Pregnancy Center. In essence, These CPCs are really fake centers. They are very difficult to regulate, so they're not getting looked at by any significant organization or governmental agency to check and make sure that what they're doing is healthy and otherwise. It might even be illegal. Many of them show up in trailers, in those traveling vans to give these services. So this is not a really legitimate business in the true sense of the word. This is not a medically approved facility by any way, shape, or form. But when you look really closely at this, the object of these centers is to scare, shame, and pressure you out of getting an abortion. They tell lies about abortion, about birth control, and about sexual health. The crisis pregnancy centers don't provide abortions or offer a full range of health care. They don't give you any honest facts about sexual health and your pregnancy options. Their goal, primarily, is to spread misinformation and propaganda about abortions. And worse is that they pretend to be like a normal doctor's office. They have certain machines there that look like legitimate, like ultrasound. The staff is in white coats with medical-sounding names. And they have professional websites. And they usually advertise free pregnancy tests and pregnancy counseling. But their counseling is to not get the abortion. So they don't actually provide any kind of legitimate health care. As I said before, there are 2,600 of these places. And if you want to find out where they are, just go to exposefakeclinics.com or crisispregnancy.map.com or the Fake Clinic database. So they're out there. You can get the information if you have anybody that is in doubt. You can go look them up. So I think it's a shame, it's a shanda that in the 20th century a great nation, or a used to be great nation like the United States, has 2,600 of these sham clinics around the country. There's one in Deer Park, and I went to their website, and they opened up a chat. They wanted to talk to me, but of course I didn't want to talk to them. So if you go and you look for them, you'll find them. And I don't know, based upon what I looked at when I opened up the fake clinic website, right? There were about 50 of them in New York. So I leave you with that this morning, and have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.